Hello, this is Julian with Coffee Reviews, and today we will be doing another blind taste test rankings video. Now, the way that these work, for anybody that has not seen one of our previous blind taste test rankings videos, is we have 4 cups of coffee over here, and we have 4 bags of coffee over here, and we're trying to distinguish which of these cups is which of these bags based off of taste alone, and we're also going to be ranking them in order of our least favorite over here to our most favorite over here. And there's a theme behind each and every one of these videos, and the theme behind this one is a fun one for myself, as for the first time ever, Sweet Bloom has released a box set of the same coffee in 3 different processing methods. So in this case, it's the El Teó, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and it is a Nicaraguan coffee. And also kind of cool, in the box set they included these cards to come with the coffees as well. First time I've ever seen that from Sweet Bloom. So very much looking forward to trying these coffees, see how they compare. There's an additional theme behind this video. And they also released a wash-processed Ethiopia, this Ajere, a wash-processed Yirgacheffe, that I said in the Los Chalasos video, oftentimes Sweet Bloom does a better job with their smaller coffee countries, so in this case Nicaragua, or in that case in El Salvador, than they do with some of their bigger coffee countries, so in this case Ethiopia or a Kenyan or even in Colombian coffee. So we're going to see how they compare, see where it stacks up, see where this coffee stacks up compared to 3 Nicaraguan coffees. So with that out of the way, let's move these out of the way for right now, and let's shuffle these cups of coffee around. And again, none of them are marked anywhere except for on the bottom. The cups say pick me up, but yeah, they're all brewed the same way, all have the same roast dates, and I have not tried any of these coffees. And to make these more difficult, because I kind of like to do this, I didn't even look at the tasting notes for any of these coffees. I think I did when I ordered the Ajere because it sounded very much like my coffee and it was something I really wanted to try. So, but I don't quite recall what's the flavor note descriptors they had on there. I think peach was one of them. So maybe that can kind of give me a slight bit of a hint. I can kind of maybe expect some peach from the Ethiopia. But honestly, I don't know what to expect from any of these cups of coffee. I'm going to assume that the natural is going to taste maybe the most wild fruits. The Ethiopian's probably going to be the most delicate, maybe the most clean of these cups of coffee. And then I really don't know what to expect between the honey and wash processed Nicaraguan, as I don't know how they went, what direction they went with those coffees or anything at all. So that's just going to be a mystery to me. Let's shuffle this one more time and we will start with cup number 1 here on the right, and one more for good measure. All right, cup number 1. And I feel like I just happened to sort out the Ethiopia. I feel like this one right here is the Ethiopia. It's very citrusy. It's got a lot of citrus components to it. Pretty floral as well. This has to be the Ethiopia. It's kind of funny. I'm willing to take a guess already and just assume that one right there is the Ethiopia. All right, cup number 2. All right, and here's where it's going to get tricky because I feel like this is either the honey or the washed. But again, I don't know which direction they went with either of these coffees. This one's a little sugary. I wish I knew a little bit more about both of those coffees, but yeah, this one's got definitely a fair bit of sugar to it. I'm gonna put it right there for right now. Don't know which one that one is. All right, cup number 3. And this one right here is most certainly the natural. And I can definitely tell because it's got a very strong natural taste to it. A lot of coffees I've had this year have had this very, very distinct dark cherry components to it, almost a boozy cherry to it as well. So I've had a lot of coffees that taste like this. They were all naturals or anaerobics even. This one borders kind of tasting almost like an anaerobic. Naturals typically perform well in these videos, but this one right here is definitely my least favorite so far. Feel comfortable calling it the natural, so I'm going to go ahead and say it is the natural. This is the way they finished so far. And cup number 4. All right, this one right here, it feels like it's got a fair bit of honey to it. It feels like it also has some very kind of skin fruits, so specifically like apples, pears sort of thing. I'm not sure where I'm going to rank between these two. I think I liked this one a little bit better though. Let me try them one more time. Yeah, it's got a very crisp acidity to it. And comparing them alongside too, this one feels slightly sugary. I feel like I like this one a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more sugar from that. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more of those kind of skin fruits from that. So what am I going to guess? I'm going to guess maybe the honey, then it might have a little bit, might be the more sugary of the two. This is the washed, so I'm going to guess this way. So washed might finish first and second, and honey, I'm going to guess it's this one. So I'm not confident at all, truth be told. I don't really know which direction they went with the honey and the washed, so let's go ahead and see how we did. 100% confident on this one. I believe it's the natural, so it should say N for natural. And that's definitely the natural. Very distinct, very notable and prominent cherry in that cup. What do they have listed as the flavor notes here? Plum, fig, jam, and cordial cherry. Yeah, I can definitely agree with all those flavor notes. It's definitely got that wild fruit component to it. All right, this one I believe I said was the honey. So let's see, this should say H for honey. And it does, H for honey. All right, perfect. Now I'm 100% confident I got the rest right. So I said this one was a little sugary. Let me see if I can figure out anything else from it. Yeah, it's very sugary, but that's kind of classic for Sweet Bloom. But there's something I'm missing. It's got a heavy bit of grape to it as well. White grape, guava, and sugar cane. Okay, did pretty okay on that one. This one right here I said had a lot of kind of those skin fruits. I said apple and pear. Let's try this again. Very much so. It's a very apple acidic sort of coffee. Wow, that's very apple-y. This one should say W for washed. And it does. All right, perfect. 3 for 3. Let's see what the flavor notes say on this one. Bit O honey, nashi pear, and pink lady. Okay, so yeah, it's got the apple, so it did okay on that one as well. And that means that this one right here should be the Ethiopia, so it's E for Ethiopia. I'm kind of disappointed the Ethiopia finished first place because I wanted one of these Nicaraguans to finish higher, so it proves my point. Impressions real quick of these coffees. So I thought this one was great. I think they did an excellent job with this Ethiopia, and it's been kind of interesting because the Tumatesa wasn't my favorite. I feel like a lot of people weren't necessarily overly impressed by that specific coffee, but it's nice to see that I feel like they did a really nice job on this Ethiopia specifically. Did not love the natural. We'll see how that one might turn out by the end. It's very much got those natural flavors that I don't necessarily love from a lot of natural coffees we've had this year. Honey was all right. Very much just sugar dominant. That's pretty much all I could get from that cup. And I really liked the apple. Even though I say I don't like apple flavor notes in a lot of coffees, I feel like this is pretty well done. But for the most part, yeah, pretty... I feel like it was a little bit more tricky than I'd expected, but I think I did a pretty decent job with this one as well. It helps that I've had so much familiarity with Sweet Bloom throughout my life, but I think I'm going to leave this at that. Obviously going to be doing a review of all of these coffees. I think it's really, really nice that Sweet Bloom did this box set because these are all 100-gram bags of coffees, so it'll be easy to get through them, discuss them into great detail, and just talk about all those coffees and how they turned out. Again, Sweet Bloom coffees, in my impression, typically get better as they age, and these are all on day 6. But yeah, I'm going to leave this entire video at that. If you're enjoying the content, specifically these blind taste test rankings videos, give this video a like. These are by far the most difficult to do. They take the most time, but they are by far the most fun as well. So yeah, give the video a like if you're new around here. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But this right here has been a blind taste test rankings video featuring 4 Sweet Bloom coffees. So thank you for watching.